Alright, hi guys. Today I'm going to be doing a little video. It's because I keep getting comments that says, you didn't really open carry an AK47, did you, downtown? Yeah, I did. And it was in the newspaper a couple of times. This is a few months ago. They completely overreacted to the situation, didn't need to handle it how they did, and I'll tell you the story and then I'll let you read the newspaper clipping. What happened is it was right before summertime. It was the first nice day of the year, and we only get about 20 of them, so people take advantage of them. So everybody was out going for a walk, so that's what I did. I went for a walk downtown. The town's not very big, it's like 2 miles across. But, so I didn't feel like carrying my pistol, so I grabbed my rifle. And I just slung it over my back, put my hands in my hoodie pockets, and went for a walk, enjoying the weather. Well, apparently a lot of people around here are ignorant to the law, so a bunch of people called the cops. And instead of the cops handling how they should have probably just they could have just driven right up to me, said, "Hey buddy, what's going on?" It's not like I was walking down the street pointing the rifle at anything. The rifle was obviously on my back, my hands were obviously in my pockets, and I obviously wasn't doing anything illegal. So they could have just come up and asked me what's going on and could have talked about it, but no. I hear sirens, and then I hear yelling, and I turn around, and first off, the cops are so far down the street that I can barely hear what they're even saying. And there's like 6 cop cars with like 10 to 12 police officers all pointing AR-15s around me. They've got the road blocked off like I'm a fucking terrorist or something. It's not like I was wearing a fucking turban running down the street saying Allah Akbar, pointing rifles at people. I was quietly enjoying the day, walking down the street, minding my own business. And so they surround me and they order me to take my gun off, which I did. And well, first off, I said, no, I'm not going to touch the gun because, I could see me going to reach for the gun to remove it and then them shooting me, which would be just ridiculous. So I said, fuck that, I ain't removing this gun, you come and get it. That's what I was taught in concealed weapons permit class, is that if a cop wants your gun, the best thing to do is to probably just let him take it. It's the safest thing to do, that way he can't say that you were reaching for it, and that's why he shot you. So it was kind of back and forth there for a couple minutes on who's going to take the gun. Finally I said, okay, I'm going to go for the gun. I'm slowly going to take it off and put it on the ground, which I didn't want to do. The ground was muddy. There was still snow on the ground. Put the rifle on the ground, and they tell me to turn around and get on my knees with my hands on my head, and I tell them, dude, it's muddy and I haven't done anything wrong. Why should I have to do this shit? This is bullshit. You guys need to learn the law. So they, tell me to get on the ground after a bunch of yelling back and forth. I finally lay down on the ground in the mud. They come over, handcuff me, which they shouldn't do, and because I wasn't doing anything wrong. Then they picked me up and asked me if I have any other weapons, and I'm spouting law like I'm a fucking lawyer, saying that this is fucking breach of my rights and you guys are infringing on my rights and you guys don't know what the hell you're doing. I'm telling these cops, and once I start saying that shit, they backed up. They didn't even want to search me. They didn't search me. They kept me in handcuffs and called me names for 45 minutes while one of the cops went and walked like halfway down the street to make a phone call to verify my story that the law says that it's legal to carry openly. So for 45 minutes I'm standing there in handcuffs with a group of people surrounding me by then, watching, while 4 cops call me names. Now, that's not very professional. After about 45 minutes of me bitching about this is bullshit and shit and telling these cops the law, you know, of course they breathalyzed me. Of course I said, sure, I'll waste one of your tubes because I don't even drink. And took a breathalyzer, you know, they kept saying, well, you look unstable. I mean, whatever. No more unstable than anybody else. And one of the cops was younger, probably younger than me, totally irresponsible, doesn't know how to handle guns. He had his AR-15 under one arm and my AK under his other arm. And they're both pointed at me and they're both loaded, and he didn't even realize it. So I asked the other cops if they could tell Mr. Irresponsible to go the hell away, because he was scaring me, because he just didn't know what the fuck he was doing. So then we go over, talk to the cop that was on the phone, and he starts giving me a lecture, and I said, I don't want to hear your fucking lecture. Am I free to go or what? Because in my state, I don't even have to give them ID if they're fucking stopping me for the sole reason of carrying a weapon. And he said, he starts to try to lecture me again. I said, no, I don't give a fuck about your lecture. Am I free to go? He says, turn around. I said, that's right. He undoes my cuffs and has to give me my rifle back in front of a fucking bunch of people sitting there. Made them look like asses because they're, you know, incompetent and don't know the law, ignorant of the fucking law. You'd think that these cops would know gun laws. So, anyways, apparently it was in the paper a couple of times, and I wasn't aware of this until a week later, and I managed to get one of the newspaper clippings. I'm still trying to get the other one. This happened months ago, so. But I'll let you guys read the newspaper clipping, and it's in a frame, and no, I don't have it framed. The only reason it's in a frame is so that I could tape off, cover up the name of the town that I live in and the name of the cops that were interviewed for this newspaper clipping. So here it is. See if I can get it close enough there. I guess. Fucking ignorant cops. You know, this was a lesson to a lot of people. A lot of people in my town learned a lesson from that. Mostly the cops and a few of the locals. I've seen, since I did that, many people openly carrying guns around here now. And I think that the country would be a hell of a lot safer place if everyone was open carrying guns. If you guys like this video, feel free to subscribe. You can leave me comments. And thanks for watching.